Our story begins with Frank Morris, a clever thief caught for bank robbery, being transported to Alcatraz, the world's most secure prison. Built on an island surrounded by ocean, escape seemed impossible. Even if you broke out, the water would stop you. Only the world's most dangerous criminals were kept here. But Alcatraz's reputation was about to crumble because Frank Morris had escaped from prison before, and he had no intention of spending his life here. Upon entering, Morris is thoroughly checked and locked in his cell. A guard welcomes him. Welcome to Alcatraz. The prison runs on strict discipline, clean cells, fixed schedules, everyone in identical uniforms. At breakfast, Morris meets Litmus, a fellow inmate. Wolf, a dangerous prisoner who terrorized everyone, starts harassing Morris. The warden warns Morris, "Don't even think about escaping, or you'll be torn to pieces." But Morris was already planning his escape from day one. He cleverly steals the warden's nail clipper, a small tool that would prove invaluable. When Wolf harasses Morris again in the bathroom, Morris fights back and beats him up, earning respect throughout the prison. Morris gets assigned to the library, where he meets English, a senior inmate serving life for double murder. English knows every corner of this prison. Morris also meets Doc, a decent artist who paints to keep his sanity in this harsh place. Morris asks English about escaping. English laughs. "This isn't just a prison, it's our grave. Even if you climb the walls, cross the fences, and somehow pass hundreds of guards, the ocean will stop you." But Morris was determined. He gets carpentry work for 50 cents an hour, hoping to find useful tools. Litmus casually mentions that every cell has an air vent leading to the roof. Maybe that's the way out. Wolf attacks Morris with a knife. A guard intervenes and gets stabbed. The watchtower guard opens fire. Both Morris and Wolf are sent to D Block, a dark cell where prisoners are tortured. Morris endures 2 weeks of hell. Meanwhile, the warden cruelly destroys all of Doc's paintings, his only happiness. Devastated, Doc cuts off 3 of his fingers with an axe, saying, "I don't need fingers that can't paint." This brutal act fuels Morris's determination to escape. Morris meets 2 new inmates, brothers John and Clarence, who were actually in his gang at another prison. Now they're 4. Charlie, Morris's neighbor, wants to join after learning his dying mother has only months to live. Morris reveals his plan. The air vents lead to the roof. The salt water has weakened the walls. I've already started digging with the nail clipper. We'll make dummy heads to fool the guards and use stolen raincoats to make a raft and life jackets for crossing the ocean. The team divides responsibilities. Morris starts digging with his modified nail clipper. Charlie gets paint from guards, claiming he loves art. English steals hair from the barber shop. Clarence gathers old books from the library. Morris cleverly steals a spoon by making it dirty and requesting a replacement, but takes 2, hiding 1. He also obtains matches from Litmus by promising to feed his pet rat. Morris welds the spoon handle to the nail clipper using matches, creating a sharper digging tool. Work continues at night, with Charlie keeping watch. Morris slowly digs around the vent. One night, a guard nearly catches them, but English creates a distraction. Morris successfully removes the concrete around the vent, but finds screws holding the grill. He steals a sharp metal piece from carpentry, hiding one in his shoe when the metal detector catches the one in his hand. Using this, he cuts through the grill. Using water, old magazines, concrete powder, paint, and fake hair, Morris creates incredibly realistic dummy heads. He also makes cardboard covers to hide the tunnels in their cells. Morris tests his escape route alone one night, climbing pipes to the roof, placing his dummy head in bed. He discovers a metal grill blocks the exit. The next night, John joins him. They realize they need a drill to cut the welded grill. Morris spots a small fan in music class. Charlie smuggles it out in his instrument box. Morris converts it into a drill. That night, they drill through 1 rod of the grill before guards investigate the noise. They stop just in time. Everything is ready for Tuesday night. At breakfast, Morris places Doc's favorite flower on the table, a tribute to his lost friend. The warden crushes it, enraging Litmus, who attacks him and dies of a heart attack. The four decide to escape that very night. The warden unexpectedly inspects Morris's cell, but finds nothing. Morris's fake cardboard wall is too perfect. However, the warden orders Morris's cell changed the next day to separate him from Charlie. At lunch, Wolf threatens Morris, "Tonight's your last night." Morris replies to his team, "That idiot is right. Tonight is my last night here." That night, Morris, John, and Clarence place their dummy heads on their beds and climb through the vents to the roof. They wait for Charlie, but he's paralyzed by fear and stays in his cell. After waiting, the three proceed without him. They carefully avoid searchlights, climb down pipes, and scale the final fence and reach the ocean. Working frantically, they inflate the raincoat rafts by mouth. It takes time, but they have no choice. Finally, the three launch their makeshift boat and disappear into the darkness, crushing Alcatraz's reputation forever. Next morning, a guard checks the cells. Everything seems normal until he reaches Morris's cell. He tries to wake Morris and grabs the hair. The dummy head falls off. Sirens blare throughout. Frank Morris became famous worldwide as a genius for breaking out of Alcatraz. 1 year later, Alcatraz prison was shut down. It could no longer guarantee that escape was impossible. This incredible true story proves that with determination, intelligence, and courage, even the impossible becomes possible.